All right, my fob. I'm still exhausted in ways from yesterday, but I'm alive, so I hope you are too. You'd better be. You'd better make it to next Monday as well. I went to a Comic-Con or a MegaCon or some convention yesterday. Lots of interesting costumes. They're not Halloween. And I ran across another Marine. Bless her. Papa Company, same as me, which was, to my mind, even rarer. But she told me about a company or a group of veterans called Irreverent Warriors. Now, I've put the link at least once on my X, and I plan to promote them a bit, but I've not looked into them much. I woke up today late. But they understand the nitty-gritty, morbid, gallows, bang-up humor we use. You know, the humor that says, take a number and hands you a grenade. The thing on the wall that you put that has the number and it is shaped like a grenade. That one, even if sometimes I wouldn't mind if it were real and you just hang it where the stupid is. And then they take a number and stupid goes away. So this is the part of the story where we say don't die. This is the part where I tell you to live, and here I am talking about blowing shit up. I make so much sense. I have a mind, I swear. I'm not sure when I woke up. Just stay alive, will you? More than we care. More than I care. There's more out there. If you stumble upon this, find Irreverent Warriors and then never come back to my channel, I don't care. I want you living, not liking me. I mean, I'd prefer to be liked than hated, but I've experienced all sorts through my life. So as long as I've got God, I'm all right. But I still do trust veterans far more than nearly any civvy. My sister, God rest her. No, she's still alive, God bless her. She better be sleeping. She's got the night shift. But anyways, she likes these places with all the people. And my head was half on a swivel all of yesterday playing security. She's got a bad knee, and she's had a concussion that stole 10 years of her life when she was younger. So instead of being 5 years younger than me, she's basically 15 years younger than me in life experiences. So I'm a mite protective. She never got to join up because of her knee and then the concussion. The knee she could have healed up and joined. The concussion ruled that out. But she grew up with me and she learned some stuff too from my dad. But I felt so much more relaxed knowing there was at least one more. God bless Army and the Navy. God rest them. Marines, we kept the picture. The ones who kept the old standard kept the pictures. The two recruiting spaces I saw yesterday, the Army had a lift weight spot, which was awesome. You know, go Army. I'm a Marine, I swear. But my dad was the old Army that got mistaken for Marine Corps. So that was interesting. My granddad at DI didn't much like that. But it was my graduation, so they can argue whatever they like. Or they could. Anyways, the other thing the Army had was those 360 camera things. No wonder they're losing recruitments through dropouts or whatever, because they give you a weight to pull and then they make you think it's the rest of the job is fun, exciting, of the type where you get to go with your friends and do a 360 camera thing, which is not war. But the Navy was worse. They had desks or a table, and then they had video games. I'm sorry. At what point are you intending to inflict upon the populace the reality that war is not kind? War is not video games. And they had Yoshi up there or something. They could have done better. They could have done better. But they were still there. They still showed up. They still tried. One man was built like an ox. My goodness, I would not want to have to fight him. You'd have to, like, feed him or find a pressure point unprotected by muscle. That man was built like an ox. But honest, there's fun things you can go to. I don't like crowds. I know too many dangers. I located half the exits walking in. The other half revealed themselves rather easily, anything away from the press. By which I mean the press of people. But people don't go to Comic-Cons, by and large, to start trouble. The only true trouble I've seen is one geriatric Doctor Who handing out his diabetes candy. It was gummy bears. It was jelly beans. It was like legitimate, undoctored candy. But apparently this was a yearly thing for that fellow's area. And security knew they just had to hunt him down. You find the dude with the stupid long scarf. You take his jelly beans, tell him where to find them. And that's how they handled it. But yeah, the poor fellow was dressed as Doctor Who, which did not help him, because some Doctor Whos are rather scatterbrained. But still, I was running security for my sister, and knowing there were active duties. I mean, God bless Navy. I'd go with the Army over the Navy at that point. Most Navy I've seen a bit like twigs, bless them. But knowing that there was Army there, and that I legitimately ran into a Marine. I mean, she was helping run a booth, and we didn't quite bond over weaponized hair sticks, but she did not give me a weird look. And then two of the dudes helping her run the booth both tried to sell me more hair sticks, and I've got a whole slew at home. And I cut my hair for reason and need to let it grow back before I can use them again. But I corrupted my sister over to hair sticks, and she chose some sturdy ones that she can weaponize for self-defense if needed. One of the guys just gave me a funny look and started laughing, but it's legitimate. But I'm telling you, people like me, male or female, we feel safer around veterans. And if you need someone else being selfish about you living, please stay alive so I feel safer. I mean, if you need that, because it's legitimate. If like in video games, there were friendly or unfriendly or idiot over floating, the little floating head things for different characters. If I could just have one that says branch of the military or type of stupid, imagine how much easier the world would be to navigate if you could just cut out all the stupid from your interactions. Like, nope, I'm going to go to the left today because that way is just full up on stupid. But I felt safer, and I did not fully case the joint. It was a huge place. And we didn't get all through it because she uses whatever it was. She uses the shopping floor to buy gifts. Not quite for the year, that takes a lot more money, but for birthdays and Christmases and some things. Like, she'll use them to get things that people like, that she knows that people will like. And we didn't leave the shopping floor. I've only gone to 3 with her, and she's the reason I go. But I'm going to save up and make myself go to at least one where I'm not security for her and I'm no one's backup. So that will be an interesting test. But legitimately, you make someone out there feel safer for you living. So if you need to live for a purpose, remember that. I'd feel safer around you than any civilian. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Because the rest of you get adopted and I try to shove you squish. Sorry, I do have a bubble wrap level of protection I give people, and my sister is heavily in that. So layers and compartments. But honest, it feels safer for like minds being alive. Please keep living yet. Don't die.